Welcome to Too Stupid for Web3, the show that makes sure you don't end up like me. Too stupid to win. Each week, I bring on sharp minds from across Web3 world to break down things in a way that actually makes sense, whether you're new to the space or you've been deep in it for years, like some of us. Well, oh, sorry. We got you covered with crypto news, Web3, Upland updates, and straight up real talk. And don't forget to subscribe because you're going to learn something and maybe even get a little smarter than me, which is not that hard to do. And I'm joined once again by the one and only Mars, Utah. How we doing, brother?
All right, my man. How's it going tonight?
Doing good, doing good. It's Thursday night. Doing good.
You're not going to keel over on us, huh? You got to wet the whistle or something? You doing all right over there?
I don't know. It's because I've been staying away from the whiskey for a while. I think I'm missing that.
Oh, you got to wet the whistle with some whiskey? Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
Just water tonight. You know, the work clothes were getting tight, and so it was.
Have a little soda popinski over here.
There you go. There you go. Now, but we got a lot to cover. We got once again, we got some crypto news to cover. 3 top stories that I thought would interest this crowd. Upland dropped a lot of news today, and we haven't talked about the Upland Fantasy League for fantasy football yet this year, so we'll break that down. A lot of things to give away, meetups to talk about, and yeah, I think that will cover a good full hour.
Excellent. Yeah, you gave me a lot of homework. I complained last time that I was ready to study, and then now you really hit me over the head with a bunch of financial stuff, and now it's on me for not getting the work in. So touche.
And I did tell you I did, I did send you a summary with the links, so at least you have a general idea.
Oh yeah, I tried. I just wasn't ready for that level of homework. It was pretty solid work by you this time after the hard time I gave you.
Hey, I let you down once, and I try my best not to let you down again. So,
oh, never, my man, never.
Yeah. Now, all right, let's jump into to the crypto this week. Crypto had another one of those weeks where the boring headlines are actually the ones that are going to change the future. You really want to forget all the other noise that's out there, and these are the 3 you want to need to know for this week. The SEC streamlined spot crypto ETF listings. So first up, the SEC just made it easier for exchanges to list spot crypto ETFs. And it's hard to talk and watch the football. It was so much easier to watch football and do the podcast with Thank Me Later.
Yeah, you just talk about his toes or something for you, get you off the hook.
Yeah, I see a big play going on as I'm trying to talk about it, and I'm like, "Oh, get him!" And I'm like, I'm in the middle of saying something and totally forgot what I was saying. So, all right. So the SEC just made it easier for exchanges to list spot crypto ETFs. Before, every ETF application had to slog through long case-by-case approval. And now, if it meets some of the new generic standards, it can go live in about 75 days. It used to take about 240 days. So basically, Wall Street just got an express lane for wrapping your favorite coins in shiny ETFs like they're opened up an easy pass lane on the highway, and you can bet they're about to flood the market with different products.
Yeah, I can imagine we're going to see ETFs for just about everything trying to get off the ground here, one way or another. Yeah, I mean it's a double-edged sword. A lot of this stuff that I think we're going to talk about today. Obviously it's good to get things moving, but also as we've seen in a lot of the different Web3 rushes, ease of access also means you got to be real careful wading through the options you have out there.
Yeah, because all ETFs are not created equal. Some are going to be trash with high fees, and that's a lot of things people don't look at is the fees on some of the ETFs, or they got weak custody, or pretty much gimmicks. Just it's kind of like it could be like penny stocks too. Just because it's on your brokerage screen doesn't make it safe. So Wall Street doesn't love crypto, but it loves the fees, so they will bleed that pony dry.
Oh, that is the truth. That is the truth. But yeah, we'll be interesting to see what starts getting off the ground here.
And it'll be interesting to see how much money flows into them and whether how soon the SEC decides to slap down any weird ones because they're out there and they're going to happen.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a weird time right now. So it could be a good thing where we're getting a lot of this forward progress without a ton of new retail money, I would say, probably diving all over this like in the big time rushes. So it may be a good thing to get these off the ground without the big hubbub.
I mean, and today I didn't check to see if it happened, but today it was scheduled that the first US XRP ETF launched and Doge is soon to follow. So it was supposed to launch today, September 18th, the first XRP ETF, and Doge is next in line. Plus, CME is adding XRP options in October. So that's huge. Up until now, the ETF story was all about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now we're talking about meme coins, altcoins getting their own Wall Street wrappers.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. This is happening quicker than I thought it would, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And your grandma or grandpa's going to be chilling and like, I'm going to buy me some of that Doji stuff that people are talking about. And they log into their Charles Schwab or Fidelity account and they get right in there. You know, we've officially entered clown world on Wall Street. It's going to be a nightmare, I think.
Yeah, you just gave me a nightmare. I still have to go over and fix grandma's cable box every once in a while. So I can only imagine when she starts dabbling in Doge ETFs. This is going to be a nightmare.
Mars, I bought this cute little dog on the stock exchange today.
Yeah, when does it show up? I didn't get a shipping date or anything. I don't know.
I just
It's gonna
didn't
be
know
great.
I didn't know I could buy puppies on Fidelity.
Yeah, and I'm surprised to see XRP too. I haven't kept up on the latest rounds, but their name stays in the regulatory news usually. And the diehard crypto folks, especially the Bitcoiners, usually they don't go down the thing, but they're not a lot of the diehard crypto folks aren't huge fans of XRP.
Oh yeah. And and the bad with it, there's going to still be volatility, just like in the crypto market. ETFs don't fix that. An XRP ETF is still tied to the XRP fundamentals, and a Doge ETF is still a Doge. It just makes it easier for retail people now to get wrecked, and you don't have to have keys and wallets and transfer this. I mean, the exchanges have become a lot simpler. But going back in the day when just trying to understand how to do any of that, it was super confusing. But now you just log onto your brokerage link.
Yeah, no, in the NFT rush there back in the day, unfortunately, I'm in a state that we did not have access to wax at that time, so I really
Oh wow.
had to do some maneuvering to get things off the ground there, especially running projects and things like that. So yeah, these not that you could use it for those things, but ease of entry is always a great thing, especially with how intimidating all the wallet features are and everything like that. As a veteran, I will admit, I've had a botched transaction or two over the years. So
Oh yeah, haven't we all? And things that we'll watch for on this is just the trading volume on launch, see if the money pours in. That doesn't always mean it's legitimate, but if the money pours in, it's pretty good, but it could also fizzle out. So is it a hype cycle? What are the fees going to be? What are the custody details of the ETFs? So that's something as they start launching, maybe I'll start looking at a little more and break down for people of just the fees on some of these ETFs and the custody details, because that's really going to be the underlying issue of these ETFs succeeding or not.
yeah, yeah, I agree with you. You got a much better handle on it than me here, but yeah, the way this gets spun up, I think, is going to make a big difference if it gains any interest from people who are crypto adept. If the fees and things are prohibitive, then they'll probably just stay with the coin. But yeah, I'm not using my big brain tonight. Too stupid.
And you're talking to a guy named Too Stupid.
Yeah. We got to come up with a hand signal too. We got 2Stupid4Web3. I got to figure that
Yeah.
out. We got to make
I,
some kind of symbol.
the S is complicated. I mean,
Yeah,
'cause-
yeah. Just go with the numbers. We got to figure something out here.
yeah,
I'm getting a little NWO vibes. A little for life action.
or two or 243. I don't know. Not gang signs tonight. Not gang
You
signs.
look at me trying to. You look like me trying to come up with expert analysis for ETFs right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's probably not going to be a lot of crossover to the hardcore crypto folks, but the not my keys, not my wallet people are probably going to stay far away from this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's what you need, and that's where some of the hardcore crypto people need to understand. You can't do it your way for mass adoption because there's a lot of people like me out there. They're just not that smart.
Yeah. Think about everybody. Just take a minute. Think about how many times you've had to reset your passwords because you forgot them in the last few days, or you lost that notebook that had your Hotmail password or AOL Messenger, and you wanted to get onto MySpace one more time. Think about losing all those passwords, and then think about if you had money in there.
Oh yeah, like that guy with millions of dollars in Bitcoin lost somewhere. He ended up buying that landfill, I think.
Baller move, I think. I don't know.
But still, if it's in there anywhere, it was probably run over and crushed by those machines, and so it, I don't know. Hopefully, it works out for him one day and he finds it.
Yeah, maybe you can just sell the land. There's a bunch of Bitcoin in here somewhere.
Yeah, we might all learn when they do redefine the dollar.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Where everybody's all up in arms about digital currency, but we're already there.
I mean, there's a strong chance now the U.S. could establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve before the end of the year. And that's wild to imagine. Imagine the U.S. government officially holding Bitcoin the way it holds gold, oil, or other reserves. That changes the narrative from crypto is a threat to crypto is an asset we use. Makes those days of $3,000 Bitcoin or $18,000 Bitcoin kind of cheap.
Yep, yeah, I remember those $7,600 dollar Bitcoins in the height of COVID. That was a fun time.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
but yeah,
Now,
no, it should be interesting. I remember, on our podcast back in the day when what was it? I can't believe I'm forgetting this one. El Salvador? Were they the first ones of the government to hold Bitcoin?
yes, yes.
That was a baller move, and that's longer ago than it feels like. But kind of surprising we got there in just a couple of years, or looking like we'll get there.
Yeah, now Uncle Sam is stacking sats. The government that once called it rat poison could bag hold with the rest of us. That just kind of blows my mind. I don't have that on my bingo card of happening in 2025.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. It's moving quick. It's kind of a weird time right now. I feel. I mean, I haven't been extremely tuned into the ins and outs, but right after the election turnover here in the States, things got into a bit of a frenzy, and then it's kind of seemed to cool down like that. A lot of things happening a little lower profile than just to the moon bags.
Oh yeah. And this is a huge legitimization of Bitcoin and what other governments are going to. And that's the thing that's where my mind goes is other governments jump on this and what's it you got Wall Street, you got all these funds now that buying it up, you got these mining companies that are sitting on stuff, you have these investment firms that are holding it. Now you're having more governments get into it, and if the US gets into it, I'm kicking myself now.
Yeah. No, I mean, we were all smart back in the day saying the right things, but this is a lot of conversations took place around this being the real big momentum point, and governments started getting involved and things like that. So Yeah, I wouldn't have penned it to be happening already, to be honest with you. I thought we were another 5 years out.
And then that will
Uh,
be it will be interesting because the US government is politics. So who's managing it? Does it get tied up in partisan nonsense? And also don't assume that they're going to buy a mountain of that. It could just be a symbolic reserve, not a massive one, or it could be a massive one. I mean, the only thing is you can see how much they're holding because it's on the blockchain. That's about the only good news to that.
what, you're telling me there's no gold in Fort Knox? Is that what you're trying to insinuate with that comment?
I
I
am
see
not
what you're trying to say.
I am not trying to say there's no gold in Fort Knox.
Oh, okay, I will. I don't think there's any gold in Fort Knox.
The unsolved mysteries.
No one's gonna let us look in that wallet.
Now, so but you will be able to look in their Bitcoin wallet. Transparency.
Yeah, seems like a misdirection.
Maybe. I don't know.
So
Don't
yeah, I
know.
got to give a shout real quick off topic, but last weekend we got into, or last time I was on the show, last weekend, last time I was on the show, we got to talk about my buddy in San Francisco's house I bought in the beginning of Upland, who's an artist out there. This is his T-shirt design, a little grizzly bear action with a Notorious B.I.G. head. I think I talked about that last time, so I had to break it out for
Yeah.
this show.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Ooh, I missed this one. Can't wait to meet everyone at the Midwest meetup. Why, absolutely, City Pigeon. We do have so the Philly meetup just concluded this weekend. It was a great time. They did a lot of cool stuff. Some of the stuff they're doing there, we're carrying over to the Midwest meetup. But definitely, if you have nothing going on and you're close to Cleveland, Ohio, the Midwest meetup's going on October 17th through 19th. 17th is going to be, depending on if people are traveling in or if it's just more local people, we're going to meet up on Saturday. But we have the brewery tour, we have the landmark tour. So there's a bunch of landmarks in Cleveland that are really close to each other. So we'll go visit those. We'll go hit a couple of breweries, which are ultra rare collections, and we'll explore some rare collections. It's going to be a fun time. And then Sunday, the 19th, the Browns play the Miami Dolphins. So tailgating might be in the books for that Sunday. We'll see, but it should be a bunch of shenanigans and it should be a fun time. So if you're in the area, definitely come check that out. And
Yeah, no, I got to give it to you here. You said if you're near Cleveland and you have nothing going on, come on by. So I'm guessing if you're near Cleveland, you probably have nothing going on. So come on by.
you and Dizzy, I always like to make those slams. I love it.
We got to get there. But yeah, it'll be a good time. I had fun my few times in Cleveland. The hit the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which was an awesome time as well. Actually, to tie it back in, got to see the car that my poor guy Biggie got shot in was actually at the Hall of Fame when I was there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And if you're out on the West Coast and you want to meet up with fellow Uplanders, definitely check out the West Coast meetup going on November 7th and November 8th in Alameda, California and San Francisco, California. And the one and only Dirk will be there, co-founder of Upland Me, and he will be there. And Shacklin and Mesme are hosting that. So and it sounds like they're doing some of the stuff that the Philly thing is doing too. So it's going to be pretty cool. Thanks to the Philly crew for coming up with the idea and sharing it with the other meetups. So excited about that. Yeah, and what it is, you'll have to find out.
Yeah, no, good work by the community here, getting everybody together. I thought for a minute about running down to Philly, but unfortunately, that just doesn't work with my schedule this time of year. But yeah, it looked like a ton of effort was put in by Upland Terra. Is that her in-game name?
And Das Mustang.
Ah, yes. Okay, I didn't know who the other actual host was, but I saw a group of people having a good time down there. Man, I don't want to name names because I'm going to leave somebody out.
Yeah, no. So definitely, I will get some tweets out. We're 4 weeks away from the Midwest meetup. I'll get some tweets out with the QR code to join the Discord, or if you just play this video back, that QR code will get you into the Discord. So definitely get that going. Now, moving on to some fantasy football.
Yeah, what's going on here? It's been a weird year. I think I flipped my entire bench already in 2 weeks somehow. I just get
Yeah.
anxious, I do too
Uh,
much. Beginning of the year, I'm doing too much.
yeah. So looking at the standings so far, Metamorph 19 is in first place and scored 303 points. That's pretty decent. Miles High Club. I love some of the names in this league. Oddfellows in third place. Nichiren, really too stupid to win. Unspoken Bullet, Terafi, SC Kicker, TM, Den of Wolves, Joe Montana, and Boulder Magic is 0-2. So Joe Montana and Boulder are running for the basement. And this week we're looking at we're matched up against each other this week.
We are, and those red and green bars are not looking good for you, my friend.
I haven't set my lineup.
I know. You're not going to leave Justin Fields in for me?
No, I'm not. He will go to the bench. But we got Metamorph and Terafi TM versus Joe Montana. Looks like Joe Montana might get a win this week. We'll see if TM sets his lineup. Den of Wolves versus Nichiren, SC Kicker versus Unspoken, and Boulder Magic versus Mile High Club. That was a fun draft. Even though we didn't understand what Boulder was doing in that draft.
Yeah, there were some interesting ones. I had a decent family emergency, so unfortunately, the night that all of my fantasy football drafts were, I was on a road trip solo to Boston, pulling over into rest areas and doing parts of mock drafts and getting back on the road, and had to let a couple auto draft. I actually missed the auction, which I was super stoked to do an auction for my second year, and then couldn't even do the draft. And the auto draft picked every terrible player I ever wanted.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I've been absolutely awful the last few years here in the Upix or in the Upland Fantasy League. So sitting in third place, I'll take it.
Yeah, my team underperformed last week.
I have pills for that.
That was projected for 161 points, came in at 95.08. So really crashed out there. Sucks when that happens.
Yeah, I got a little weird this year too. A few of my leagues decided to just go double good tight ends and play them in the flex, and worked out for me here because I went Travis Kelce, Tyler Warren.
Oh, very nice. That's paying off.
Yeah, one of my other leagues, everyone hated me. I went Brock Bowers, Trey McBride. They were not happy with me. They were not happy.
Oh, fire. In in the Hyde Park Fantasy League, I had to auto draft. They just had the draft too late, and I had to get up early. So I set up my queue, and then I woke up in the morning and I had Trey McBride and George Kittle, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be killer." Until George G's hamstring decided to kill him.
Yeah, he's your guy. You did something similar with him last year, and then traded him to me, if I recollect correctly.
Yeah. I think I ended up with 3 tight ends that year, or I don't know what it was, or I forget what it was, but I did trade you because I needed something else, so it worked out.
Yeah, man, I wish we could still do Legit's Fired Up. I miss talking football with you here, my man.
I do miss Legit's Fired Up. That was a fun time, and especially all the dedication we played to the long snappers and the punters.
I was about to say, we were really doing the Lord's work there, sticking up for the long snappers and shining the light on the unappreciated folks of the NFL legit community.
Absolutely. Now we can jump into some. Oh, let's see here. Do you want to? We'll wait a little bit till we give your stuff away. I got a bunch of stuff to give away today. I want to do something though to this. I want to customize. And after the spin, I don't want volume. All right. Okay, that's better. All right. Got a lot of things to give away too, because if you haven't been paying attention to the show, we've been, what is this, week 4 of giveaways? I think week 4 of giveaways. Either way, I'm building a massive complex here. Why is everything upside down and off the screen?
Yeah, you're out in the middle of the road there, fella.
It's not like that normally. It's all pushed back on the property and it takes up more. Oh, I wonder what's going on there. We'll
I get
refresh.
hit by a bus.
It does. See what happened. I don't know. Zoom in and
It's
see
good
if it
old
fixes
San
it.
Fran, huh?
Oh yeah, good old San Fran. There we go. That looks better. So anyway, I'm building this giant complex of service structures here at 2675 Gary Boulevard in San Francisco. I always wonder if it's Gary Boulevard. How do they pronounce it out in San Francisco?
I think it's Geary.
Jerry, whatever. Either way, we've been staking on here and we are down to 11 days for the high school to be complete. So I'm super excited for that. So if you've staked 1,000 UPX on any one of these buildings, you get entered to win some UPX and some wonderful map assets. And it's getting closer to Halloween. So I've been, last week,
Spooky Dookies?
Spooky Dookies. I gave out everybody that won map assets. They got a Coffin's Bony Secret. Oh, that's what I should do. I should pull some of these up because they're super awesome. I stopped sharing too. Get back and share.
Yes, I was gonna ask you about Spooky Dookies this holiday season.
Oh yeah, Spooky Dookies. Yeah, last week, people that participated got a Coffin's Bony Secret. So they got one of those. They got the ever so famous Pumpkin Pip Squeak.
Excellent, love that fella.
Yeah. And the best was when I made that, Upland reached out to me and said, did you mean this guy's really tiny? Did you mean to do that? I said, oh, absolutely. Got this grave breaker. The grave breaker is cool to put in front of the tombstones that I have. So you can get a couple tombstones and have it look like it's crawling out of the grave.
Yep, that's my setup. I gotta move some of my Spooky Dookies over to good old Creedmoor.
And this is the OG gravestone. So they got an OG gravestone. And they also won. Where is my pillars? I got a lot of stuff to move off of my factory, if you can't tell. And they also got a harvest pillar. So, I mean, they're really setting their property up for the Halloween season.
Yeah, it's a one-stop shop right there.
Yeah. So
You have to spend $800 at Home Depot to come home with that stuff.
absolutely. And you get it for free just for staking some sparklet here. All right. We will get into the spins here. Wolf Warner in the house. All right. This one, we are going to go for, let's see. Let's start right in the middle. This is for 10,000 UPX.
All right.
I never added music again. I keep forgetting I got that write that in my prep notes so we could get
I
some
limbered
cool.
up. I was ready to do some dancing to the wheel spins.
Yeah, they changed their things and I never uploaded the new music, some of the music that I already had. So I was like, oh, silence. All right, this one, let's go 5K. The unpronounceable name.
Oh man,
Congratulations. That they made it. They reached out to me and said that they made it unpronounceable on purpose.
you mean Rigderins?
Yeah.
You can pronounce that. I don't know
Ignorance.
what they're talking about. Rigdergrins.
Yeah, Ringderins. Right. All right. This one is for, and where are we going? Pick 5, 7.5, 10, 15, or 25.
15.
All right, 15,000 UpX. Here we go.
Keep them on their toes.
Angry Ursia.
Well, hopefully you're not so angry after you
Yeah.
winning 15,000 UpX.
Yep. And then this one, we'll do another 5K. Wolf Warner. Usually Wolf ends up hanging out till the very end. So shocking to see him come off the board so quick. This one will be for a collection of map assets to be determined, but out of the Spooky Dookie collection. Baza, 86. Congratulations.
Excellent prize package there. Get ready to fill the lawn up. You ready for those uppy trick-or-treaters to swing on by?
Yeah, scare them. And this one will be for 7.5 thousand UpX. Fabs blocks. Congratulations.
7.5 thousand UpX.
Yeah. All right. We'll come back to that in a bit. Enough games for now.
Starting to get dizzy. No, I'm just kidding.
Watching this go round and round. Actually, it's my way to hypnotize you. You just don't know
Try
it.
to put me to sleep, try to get me to do some dumb stuff.
Absolutely. And then when you say I didn't do it, we have proof right here.
Oh man, you're diabolical.
Absolutely. So a couple days ago, they announced the census for your go-to hub for Upland neighborhood insights. They showed you some cool graphics, and it's still just a lot of, hey, here's what we're working on. It's going to have ranks, residents, and occupancy. It's going to have trending bars, and your performance is measured every 24 hours against others, giving you valuable feedback, where you stand and how things are changing. And then you can look at the density, service units, decoration, transportations, and then they said that the resident stats and infrastructure scores, the census will include additional valuable market data for each neighborhood, like floor parcel prices, average parcel price, original mint transaction, and last transaction. So they announced it, but it's not in place yet. So it's data. And I'm excited that Upland is actually doing something with data and we're not going to a third party person for data.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. If only I didn't want to punch myself in the face every time I adjusted a collection, but hopefully we'll get that as well. But yeah, it is good to see some data here, and interested to see some of those things. Still trying to wrap my brain around the whole uppy neighborhood thing. I obviously get the 10,000 foot concept, but I haven't really dove into the specifics. So any kind of information like that is going to be awesome to get whenever they launch that sucker.
Yeah. Gary.
I'm just building cool stuff right now. I'm not really trying to figure out how to balance my neighborhood quite yet. But that's the name of my game usually, doing fun stuff that may not be the most efficient.
So what are you building? That's fun stuff.
I have an arcade going in Buena Vista, a couple restaurants kicking off, but currently my guy Adrock and I are working on our hood in Brooklyn, Mill Basin, and he just finished his sports stadium over there with all the basketball courts and tennis courts, and then we're just starting the high school with the football field, and a lot of good parcels over there. But we basically own the whole bay on the south side of Brooklyn, and I saw someone in the comments talking about boats eventually, and this is definitely going to be our hot spot for boats. We have docking space and actual docks out the wazoo. One of my favorite little properties. It's like 8 up 2, and it's just a sliver on the side of the road with a million docks off of it. So
Oh, that would be pretty fun for boats.
yeah, so we're starting to flesh that out over there, but yeah, we're a little smaller crew these days. I'll have to run a get up like yours. The spark hours are pretty tremendous.
It's it's still pretty cheap, but and it's all relative. But I just kick myself, as we were talking about not taking our advice, and I've said it the past couple of weeks. When there were different things that were spark staking, third party spark staking, and the spark got super cheap to stake, and I'm like, build, 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 and I never followed that advice, and yeah.
Yeah, I did use the Spark Exchange to build a bunch of stuff, but at that point, I was just throwing up cookie cutter buildings. So
Yeah. Now, speaking of the uppies in the neighborhood and all that, Upland did announce again each week the volume 10 service structures. And these are a donut stand, an ice cream parlor, farmer's market, natural history museum. Super cool. But you know what, Upland? It's been 10 weeks of these service structures. You haven't given us any new basic building builds for any of the cities in any time. Like, all right, I understand we're getting uppies. We do have a lot of service. We have way more service structures than I ever imagined that they were going to launch. So bravo, Upland. But come on, man, give us some buildings, some new buildings to build in these cities. Get some city specific builds, brownstones where they go, and you just all kinds of cool stuff that you can do, and just give us some of that. Sell it for UpX, sell some premium ones for US dollars. I don't care. Just give us more buildings to build in the city, because you want us to create these neighborhoods that are fun. The only thing that looks different with the neighborhoods is, they're all going to look the same other than what you can fit in your neighborhood service structure wise. So let us make our, and I guess you can put structure ornaments over your buildings if you're bored with that. So you could technically design stuff, but we shouldn't have to do that. Sell us buildings. Sell us new buildings.
yeah, my uppies over in Buena Vista are not too happy that they all have to live in the same house in San Francisco on their small lot. They're not real happy with the HOA that I set up over there.
They just got one micro house for all of them.
Yeah, small townhouses as far as the eye can see. Well, yeah, no, I'm with you, especially Manhattan, and there's a few places, but dropping ranch structures in Manhattan and micro houses is just not what I'm looking to build.
No, that's why I haven't built on my Manhattan properties. I'm like, I am not putting any of these things in Manhattan. You got to give me something Manhattan-esque or something cool like that.
Yeah, I've done very, very little. I'm starting to build on my large parcels because now you can do things there, and creating some little neighborhoods. Definitely going to put a little pub over in Chinatown, Manhattan, right where the pub was in the Five Points. If you watch Gangs of New York, it's pretty much the central hub of the entire movie. That den of mayhem there. So unfortunately, the actual location is right in the middle of a street right now, but I'm gonna plop it as close as we can to the actual location there.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, it would take a lot of work. Our original plan was to try to build up that area as a kind of retro area as a nod to the Five Points and the Gangs of New York era, but that's going to be a long ways off. So we're just going to start moving. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's Ad Rock and I have our hot spots, and then our significant others, Venus, Utah, and K Boogie are helping us out. We got a little small crew right now, but yeah, starting to bang these neighborhoods out.
Yeah, but this is starting to get expensive. I started out giving away 100,000, and today's giveaways going at 150,000 UpX, and yeah, and then that's what people are getting. That I eat the fees to send. So I make sure the people actually get the amount that it says. So on top of that, yeah, it's just getting expensive. But I decided to do this contest and keeping it running till this high school is complete.
Yeah, we're taking the slow and steady path. The sports complex there took us darn near a month, I think, to build. So had to change my ways. Be patient on long builds.
I've never had somebody stake during the show because this is usually the rewards for the people that kept it staked all week. I'll give 707G Killer some map assets. He can win. He can win the bundle this week because he joined the show and staked immediately. So you're still a winner. Not on the wheel, but you get 5 map assets from Spooky Dookies. So
Look at you.
look for those.
Good work. Yeah, I'm gonna give away a couple things here tonight. Talking about it, we'll go kind of big since we
Yeah.
talked about a few of the neighborhoods. I'll put up just a normal sized small residential property in Mill Basin, Brooklyn. To whoever wins on the wheel here, I will.
What do you want the hashtag to be?
Let's see. What do we want it to be? We won't make it too easy. We'll go with my in-game moniker there, Mr. Buena Vista, because we'll give away one of those too for the folks.
Nope, here. MRBUNOVISTA. That's right, right? How do you spell
BUE?
BUE? I forgot the E. Yeah.
I
There you
can't see
go.
it.
I knew I was missing something. Sorry. Everybody, I spelled it wrong. Too stupid to win here. Yeah. MRBUENOVISTA.
Hey. Well, we can go.
Oh,
We'll keep it. Somebody
oh,
already put it. We'll go with your wrong one.
oh, hey. You see, dude, I doubled it up. Too stupid, 2 mistakes.
All right. Now we got confusion.
All right. Just change it to the A. Change it to the A. I'll give everybody plenty of time. We'll talk till everybody gets it to the A because it looks like the A's are
Now
in
it's
there.
going back and forth.
We're going to the A. We're going to the A. There was 2 with the O and 2 with the A right now.
Got me laughing so hard I just got emphysema.
Oh, geez. See, you said we couldn't go right. You're dealing with me. You got to go easy with me.
All right, we
Come
got
on.
the comment on the screen there for everybody who got caught off guard. So we'll give you a few minutes here, but yeah, we'll end up doing 2 drawings. For anybody, it's mostly familiar faces, but yeah, Buena Vista, is my home base for a long time in San Francisco. Unfortunately, it's just tons of small San Francisco residential, so it's going to be really hard to get a lot of diverse service structures off the ground there. So also, I've been working on some other things. So the other one's Mill Basin, Brooklyn, another great one. So we'll give away one in each of those places.
Nice.
I don't have enough inventory in my beloved Chinatown, Manhattan, so we're going to keep that one off the board. But yeah, Mill Basin's a very cool neighborhood. I think D-Tech plays around in that neighborhood a little bit as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You counting your toes? What's going on over there?
Huh. Why? I'm counting 10 people that have it entered, and I'm only collecting 8 entries.
Mr.
Buena Vista. So Robert, oh no, Robert corrected, Angry corrected. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah. Huh. Who is not in there? Trying to make sure everybody gets in. 1,
Yeah.
2.
All right. This
Oh,
is
there you go.
captivating
It's Wolf
entertainment.
Warner. Got it. It's Wolf.
All right.
Buenavista. Yeah.
Let's go, Wolf. He's trying to lead you astray.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's
cool.
where the best media Upland community has to offer. Appreciate it.
He said that wasn't a compliment.
I know. That's why.
Good, good. I mean, yeah, I mean, good thing they're not paying us. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's all right. Goodbye. Wolf, change yours. I'm waiting on you. So you're entered. Don't want you to miss out. All right. So while we're waiting for Wolf to correct that, they did announce city buses and boosts today. Now they have boost structures and network effects. Boost structures are going to be a brand new category in Upland, and it's different than service or living units. And these structures don't provide the direct benefit on their own. Instead, they activate powerful bonuses when certain conditions are met. First of these is the bus parking terminal. On its own, the bus terminal is just a building with no immediate impact. But when a bus is parked there, it will grant valuable transportation score boosts. Players will be able to purchase the bus terminal as a standalone item or as part of the city bus package. Now, they also have network effects. Let's talk about the boost structure, though. So, it doesn't show how many buses you can put on there, and it doesn't tell you much about how it's going to boost your transportation score and how does it impact it. And with buses that go to terminals, they're in, they're out, they're picking up people and moving them along. So I'm intrigued to see how that all plays out. Yes,
yeah,
you got it
yeah. I
right
mean,
this time, Wolf.
what's that? He got it right.
You got it right.
All right. Yeah. No, this definitely a cool development, but yeah, there's a lot there that needs to be cleared up. Um, I mean, it looks like you should be able to park
Multiples.
4, but with the way their bus is positioned, I'm thinking maybe 2, and honestly, it probably is going to be 1.
I
But
could see 3 on each side.
I could definitely see that. But I'm just I think my prediction is, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We definitely need to know that. I mean, we should probably know that now, to be honest with you. Well, I guess one terminal comes with every bus, right? So there's really not much decision making for the folks that are buying the buses. Yeah, all right. I mean, it would be cool to have it now, but yeah, you get the terminal with the bus, so there's not a lot of decision making to be made there if you're one of those folks.
Yeah. I mean, registration opens Friday, September 19th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Sale begins Saturday. They said the sale is going to end on Monday. It's not going to make Monday.
No, no.
Yeah, they got the bus stop, which is $1.99. They have the bus parking terminal, which is $4.99, and they have 250 bus plus parking terminal bundle for 199, and there's only 120 of the buses. They look super sweet, and then they have a 3D inside. um, Excited for that. So really these buses cost you $194, and the terminal costs you $4.99. But
Yeah, that adds up. Yeah, I mean, considering what's being charged for, regular vehicles and things like that, it pretty much seems in line.
yeah, and I want a bus.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm such a sucker.
Absolutely.
I had to get myself a cargo van the other day, so that was good. Now I have a passenger van and a cargo van. I can be okay with that. Now, are there limits on the terminals and things on their own bus stops, or are those just unlimited sales?
You
Kind of
buy
like
you buy
service
one and then you
structures.
can build as many as you want,
Okay.
just like the service structures.
And there's
Y-
no limit on the amount of those that are coming out.
No limit on the amount of
So
those
just
coming
the
out.
buses, huh?
Just the buses. And they say there's going to be more coming, but of course it's always nice to have one of the first ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna yeah, there's a nice looking too. I want that nice red bus. Go with my motif here, you know?
I want all four, but I don't have $800 that I can spend on virtual buses.
Are you trying to Pokemon those things?
Yeah. All right, let's get a draw going for this property.
All right. Let's see. Let me pick one of these suckers here.
Janice 89. What is your in-game name?
Yeah. And I can throw out, we're gonna have to arrange an offer here as well, so we'll figure out how to get this to you. You
You
just wanna
you reduce first, let's get their in-game name, but then what I've always done is just reduce the percentage markup on that property and then have them make an offer for an UpX, one UpX.
yes. Yeah, you articulated that the best that I could there. And the address for that 2007 East 55th Street, Brooklyn.
Yeah, and if City Pigeon gets a bus, I bet you he'll beat everyone still on the racetrack with his bus. He'll figure out a way.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can race these things too, huh?
Yeah,
That'll
but
be
they
pretty fun.
they tell you to do the helicopter mode. So
All right. See, I'm gonna
okay, so
drop
Janice 89.
I'm gonna drop the address here in the YouTube chat.
Yep.
And, all right, now we can do a drawing for Buena Vista.
All right. Let's see here. Draw again. You ready?
Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah, oh yeah. We're rolling.
Ah,
707 OG killer.
all right. Welcome to the neighborhood. Let's pick one out for you here. I only have a few hundred of these, so let's see if I can find one that's available.
While you're finding that out, Upland 2.0 is here. Sharper focus on city building, property, and ownership. So they have a full refresh of their website and our brand identity and how they'll talk about the platform. This just isn't a redesign. It's a clear statement of direction. So basically, Upland's always been simple but powerful, owning, trading, and developing digital property mapped to the real world. With Upland 2.0, they say they're doubling down on that vision and making it more central than ever. They're leveling everything up around it, a newly designed website, logo, tighter focus on real world city buildings are just a start. So we'll see what they have in play, what they have planned for it. And they want players to buy, trade, and develop them as part of a shared digital landscape that mirrors real geography and rewards smart strategy. Give us new buildings. Give us new buildings that are not service structures.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, especially if we're gonna be going 2.0 here, city builder, all the stuff, we got to get more buildings that belong in cities.
Yeah. So they said they want this about clarity. The platform has grown, so has the economy or the ecosystem. And this update helps new and existing players better understand what Upland is all about: property ownership, player driven economy, and city scale development. It's not about being everything to everyone. It's about building the most dynamic and rewarding city builder ever created. And that's one rooted in the real world and shaped by its players. So I did see some people complaining that they didn't mention earnings. You'll still have earnings. And as they've always said, that, you know, they're going to adjust the earnings of your property based off of how the overall game economy is going. You know, it used to be pretty good, and they brought it down to 14.7. And that's okay. And it's been 14.7 for years, but when they adjusted it down, geez, everybody was losing their mind. It's been a while, but you know, I still think we have a while before they make an adjustment.
Yeah, I would hope so. And I just think, with this rebranding, not that that stuff's going to go by the wayside, but I think in a lot of the promotional materials and things, it's not going to be very upfront, or if it's mentioned at all. It just seems to be taking that tack to try to get more into the gaming space, and the play to earn is fading a little more into the background as far as how they're presenting it right now.
Yeah. And because play to earn, everybody kind of, it's got a bad rap, you know, over the years.
Yeah, and a lot of that's deserved. We've witnessed it firsthand, where you have what you think is a community, but as soon as people stop being able to cash things out, there goes your community, and what's that really worth?
Right.
So it can be fickle in the play to earn space.
All right. 5, 7.5, 10, 15, or 25. What are we picking here, Mars?
Oh, I'm sorry. What were those numbers? I didn't know you were giving me a choice at the end.
5, 7.5, 10, 15, and 25.
Let's go 5.
All right. 5,000 UpX. Here we go.
Oh man, Cascamar can't go to 1 million. All right.
That's 25. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think about it. I need to buy a new chair. Go on a diet. I keep getting lower and lower over here.
Oh, this is 10,000 UpX.
All
Laban.
right.
Congratulations. All right. This one, we'll do a 25,000 UpX. Here's for
Oh,
25,000 UpX. Sir Red. Oh, sorry, Sir Red. You already won 10,000 and I forgot to remove you.
oh
That's
boy.
disappointing. That's a horrible tease. I'll give you a map asset to make up for it. All right. Trendy prop. Congratulations. 25,000 UpX.
Nice win.
All right. Let's go with 5,000 UpX. AKA 9 fingers. I just want to know what happened to their 10th finger. This one,
Pierre Paul there is a rough 4th of July or what?
7.5 thousand.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow. Congratulations, ka-chow.
Yeah, my little savage is watching a little ka-chow these days.
Nice. We'll go 15,000 UpX. Mikey Benzie.
Congratulations.
What did I say there? 15?
Sure.
Yeah. I was doing too many things at once. And all right. Here's for map assets. World's greatest. You get a 5-set bundle from Spooky Dookies. All right. This one's for 5K.
All right.
For Courier.
Big win.
All right. So we got 10K, 25K, and another map asset bundle available. Where do we go here?
Let's do a map asset bundle.
All right. Maui, I'll give you something good since you won the map asset bundle last week, so I'll give you some special ones since you went back to back on those.
Be able to open up a secondhand spooky dookie store.
Yeah. All right, 10 or 25. You're gonna make somebody's day here, Mars.
Let's go with 10 here. So, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We got one spin left.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it decides that I am Redbeard gets 10,000 UpX and John Fitzwell gets 25,000 UpX. Congratulations to all the winners. And also, I got to get OG Killer 707 on the winners list. All right, and you get a map asset bundle too. Awesome.
all right. Congratulations, everybody. You still have your Upland open and handy?
Yeah.
Gonna have you search this property and show you my crazy dock property over there in Mill Basin, where we just gave away the property to, what was that, Janice? It's
let me refresh. All the things jumped off the properties again.
yeah, I forget who threw out the suggestion, but I guess that's more frequent in browser zooms than it is on mobile.
Said you're in Brooklyn, and you're in where?
Mill Basin.
Mill Basin.
I can shoot you the address too if you want.
Yeah.
It's let's see, it's hard to even touch on. 5800 Avenue U.
Avenue U.
Yeah. So yeah, the property I was just giving away, not on the water, but big plans in this neighborhood here, and very cool location. Tons of shoreline. But this one is one of my favorites in all of Upland. I've gotten plenty of offers for it over the years. Oh, I guess it's 58 up squared. It just is a wild one.
That did not take me to the right place.
What?
It took me down to you said Avenue U.
Avenue U.
In Brooklyn, right?
Yep.
All right.
5800.
5800.
No love, huh? Okay. Oh, I got a lot of random boxes over here in this neighborhood I got to take care of.
There it is. I found it. It just took me like, oh man, that's a big lot that's reserved right next to you.
That is mine as well. All of that is. Adrock and I basically own that entire cove. And,
not that 8200 up square property.
Oh, the reserved one. Yeah. No, I own everything between that though. Yeah, the old Macy's shopping center.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pop that up. There you go. Yeah, so there's a high school I just started right there. Upper left. It's over by the reserve property. The one just to its right in the same neighborhood there. You're just moving too fast. There you go. Keep going that way. It's on Lowe's right there. That's going to be the football stadium there. But yeah, if you see that little sliver at the top of the cove there with the docks, that's the little jobber I was sending you to. That's my favorite one. But there's a sports stadium we just completed there. Yeah, that's a little jobby right there. That's a fun one. So nice. if you got some boats, we've got your slips for you over there. We're going to be hopefully doing some commercial shipping eventually at some point. That was always a plan for this little area over here. So yeah, welcome to the neighborhood, and yeah, we got some things going on.
Thought I was going to be able to dock your sports arena, but I guess not. It just kind of stops.
Yeah, he's trying to get in there. He's a little big for that one.
Yeah. Oh. What? Wolf was just in Mill Basin on Monday.
The real place. Yeah, that's his neck of the woods. My former art partner used to live down there for a while as well. Yeah, it's a very, very cool neighborhood. I'm not sure how we actually ended up picking it, but yeah, docks everywhere, giant parcels. One of the few places that that our crew has enough giant parcels to do some cool stuff.
Yeah. No, definitely start running some contests and have fun with that.
Yeah, yeah. I got don't have a big taste for sushi stands. You know, I got the big star towers going on.
Yeah. Then one last reminder before we get out of here. Coming up in 4 weeks, we have the Midwest Meetup, Cleveland, Ohio, 17th through 19th. Scan the QR code for the Discord. I'll have more details in there this weekend. But as I said, we're going to hit some breweries that are ultra rare collections, and we're going to do the landmark tour. We should be able to hit 3 or 4 landmarks. We just hope that the weather holds up in October. Either it could be 70 degrees and unusually nice, it could be normal 50 degrees, nice hoodie weather, or it could be super cold for some reason. It could be sunny. It could be raining. You never know. But we'll have a good time either way.
Man, you really sell Cleveland. You should be a spokesman. I got to make up for Dizzy not being here.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome if you could make it, Wolf. Be awesome. The more people to make it, we'll have a great time. And thanks to Das Mustang, we're going to be able to carry over some cool things that they did in Philly to this one. So, yeah, man, Wolf here, City Pigeon here. Ooh, you know, only if you could make it out here, Mars.
Yeah, that's at the middle of the month, huh?
Yep.
Friday and Saturday.
It's Saturday. Even just Saturday is going to be the big day because Friday people will travel in. We'll just meet up somewhere, um, just hang out. But Saturday, that's where everything's planned out and everything's close together. So it's pretty cool.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how much of a psychopath I feel like on the road trip or not. That time.
Come in late Friday night, early Saturday morning, hang out, and roll out first thing Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, depending on how you do Saturday night. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have any fun. Too stupid. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes. And City Pigeon just randomly ended up having to work in the area for like 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks. So he'll already be here working, ready to go. So I love it.
Yeah, how about that working out? That's solid. Yeah, sounds like a good crew shaping up out there. And
Yeah.
yeah, hats off to Philly, Cleveland, West Coast, all you guys putting in the work here to get the community together in person. It's really awesome what the community takes up around here to have fun with each other and get these things rolling.
And then about 4 weeks from that, you got the West Coast meetup. So plenty of opportunities to meet fellow Uplanders, talk Upland, get to know each other, make some business deals, just have fun.
And going to Alcatraz out there. Oh, look at that. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yep. Mars, thank you so much for joining me this week.
Yeah.
You got
Thanks for having me, my man.
Anything before we get out of here?
No, not really. Just thanks everybody for showing up and having a good time, supporting my man 2Stupid here and his journey through Web3. So thanks for having me.
Yeah. Awesome. Everybody be safe, have fun, and see you next week.